Hi, I'm Victoria-Gorman.
And I'm Lindsay O'Neill, and this is
The Healthy Dish. You can find us on Instagram at The Healthy Dish TV, where you can find lots of recipes and other episodes. So,
at our website, too.
On our website, yes.
Yes, we have a website, healthydish.tv, and you can check out all of our cool things, our favorite products, and more.
We have some new products.
Yes, we do. So today we're going to get cooking, but our episode is featuring 3 different cocktails because it's beginning to look a lot like cocktails. And we have a gift for the holidays. We got this awesome sauce box from Gibson's. It's Australian, grass-fed, grass-finished, organic, 100% organic beef. And they sent us so much good stuff. Oh, look at this.
So we got
some seasoning spice, some everything seasoning, which you definitely always need. We've got a couple of steaks, which we'll use.
2 ribeyes and some chopped meat or hamburgers.
Some ground meat. So I'm going to use this in one of my recipes today. And we're going to save these for the other episodes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start us off on a cocktail that we're calling the Jolly Gin Fizz.
Woohoo! Jolly Gin Fizz. And while she's making us a cocktail, which sounds delicious, by the way, I am going to get started on a Moroccan meatball that you can serve in little cups to make sure that your holiday festivities are COVID friendly. Everybody can kind of like pick up their own little meatball. I'm going to put some spicy baba ganoush on the bottom of each cup so that you get a delicious and nutritious bite in every single cup.
That's delicious to eat and fun to say. Baba
That's
ganoush.
true, baba ganoush. That's what I'm going to start calling you, Vic.
I like that.
And what are you putting in our
Jolly Gin Fizz?
Ooh,
I just squirted myself in the eye. I'm going to put in a little bit of some fresh lime juice.
Smells good already.
This will make 2 cocktails. This is a local Wolfer Vineyard pink gin. It is with the pink grapes, the pink skin. It smells delicious. It's so good. It is very fragrant, and it stays pink too. So we're going to add 2 jiggers of that, and then for fun and healthiness and color, we're going to add some lavender syrup.
Ooh, I love lavender.
It smells so good. It's fragrant. So like a good 2 teaspoons of that. And
that's the worst I've cracked an egg in a long time.
Where's my, okay, I went this way. And then we're going to give that a good shake up in my Tom Cruise.
You're going to throw it up in the air and
I'll
catch
toss it over.
Yeah.
And then to that, I'm going to add some seltzer water.
A nice little. Now you don't want to shake it with the seltzer.
No.
I've done that before.
That would not be wise.
That didn't end well for me.
And I'm going to add some fresh mint to this, which will really perk it up nicely.
And while you're doing that, so I have our grass-fed Australian beef from Gibson's here. I actually have some homemade breadcrumb that I made earlier today because we forgot our breadcrumb. So I'm putting a little bit of the baba ganoush inside the mix. And then I also put an egg. And then I have this Ayurvedic spice mix that is filled with, we've got some turmeric, which is really great for anti-inflammatory purposes. We've got cumin, which adds a lot of great aromatic flavors, but is also good for inflammatory issues. We've got some of our salt in this mix.
Yum.
So I have some of our flake salt, which is the finishing flake salt, which is really fine, and it's great to either finish a nice steak with or to add into a spice mix like I have here. And then I also have some spicy stuff in here
Before you put your hands on that,
oh yes,
I garnished with some fresh lavender. Now, if that isn't the perfect holiday drink, look at that.
Oh,
cheers!
Cheers, darling.
To you and yours. And what's the toast that's going around the world now? Cheers to, in 20 years, the country will be run by children who were taught school by parents who day drink.
I could day drink this all day.
Isn't that delicious?
I don't know how much my kids would learn, except for mommy's an alcoholic, but.
That's so good. Okay.
So good.
Okay, back to you.
All right, back to me. So I'm gonna get my hands messy and put a little bit of olive oil in my pan. I'm going to make these meatballs small enough so that I can fit them into my little teeny
borrow the
cups.
olive oil from you?
Of course, darling.
And I need the salt and pepper too.
Okay, here's some salt. And then we've got a little bit of seasoning for you to put on top. And we're gonna use some of that seasoning in another appetizer that I'm gonna make a little bit later. But these are great things that you can make when you have some
we're
people
making
over.
cocktail party
Yeah.
bits here. So while she makes the meatball, I'm making little crostini, which I've toasted these little, this is a little baguette of French bread, and I'm going to put some fresh ricotta cheese on top of that with some smashed sweet peas. So these are just sweet peas you can do fresh. These are frozen because they're actually sweeter, and I started to pre-smash because it takes a little elbow grease. And I put some salt and pepper in here and some olive oil, and I'm gonna again use some mint. It's the herb of the day, which I'm going to, if you remember, if you're a follower, chiffonade.
God bless you.
Which you line up the leaves, you stack them up, and that's the way you slice them, so that you don't bruise them, you don't damage them, and it's a very easy way to get a nice slice of the mint to add. So the mint is going to add a nice pop of freshness and a really unexpected fun flavor to the peas.
Mint is a great way to add sweetness also without adding sugar. So a lot of times in the summer, when I get bored of just chugging water, I'll add some fresh mint, fresh lime, fresh lemon.
I put it in most of my beverages at home because,
It's so great.
Like I drink a lot of club soda, and or even when I have water, I put a lot of fruit in it and mint, because any green you can get is good. It's healthy for you.
It's true. And if you're going to grow it at home, make sure you put it in its own pot, because it will take over your garden. I've seen people actually plant it in pots that don't have any holes in the bottom, and then plant that pot in the ground so that the roots don't have the opportunity to grow out of the pot into the garden. So I'm trying to make these meatballs as small as possible so that they cook fast and so that they're bite-sized, but we really have a beautiful meatball here. It is, this delicious meat that is so lean and actually really good for you, because you're portion controlling, right? You're not eating like a whole meatloaf by yourself. You're going to have a couple little meatballs. They have a good amount of iron. They have a good amount of magnesium, omegas, and they're delicious too, because we've got the baba ganoush in here, which adds a little bit of the fat too that we need to hold these meatballs together. We have some of our healthy gluten-free breadcrumb that I've mixed in with some fresh parsley as well. And then we have an egg, so you're getting a good amount of protein too.
And these are nice ideas to have for cocktail parties, because these are bite-sized things. You can have multiple things, and sometimes you could get away with not having to make a full dinner by having a lot of little bites.
Yeah, because who are we feeding now? Let's be
exactly.
honest. Who's coming over right now? I mean, we're kind of confined to a certain amount of people, but this is kind of fun to get dressed up and maybe even do like a Zoom call with your friends and make some of these recipes.
Well, it's funny you say that, because my cousins and I, when we Zoom, we love our charcuterie platters or our cheese and crackers, whatever. So when we do Zoom, we do try to show each other up with who's got a platter. So I will do that with this for sure.
Nice. Well, I think you're winning.
So you see
winning.
how pretty that looks, and very holiday. You have the green. We're going to do some red with our shrimp.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're doing festive cocktails.
So I like to have lots of different colors on a plate too. I teach my kids you should eat the rainbow every day, right? So you don't want to just eat white, or you don't want to just eat yellow.
And people eat with their eyes, so when it looks appealing, they want to eat it.
It's true.
So do you have any cocktail party tips for people?
I do. You know, I love to make lists. My sister and I are famous for our list making skills. So I will be up at 4 o'clock in the morning writing out lists with the notepad and pen that I leave next to my bedside, just so that I remember all of the different things that I have to get for a specific event or a specific party. And then I always have a checklist that I leave on the fridge to make sure that I pull everything out of the fridge. And then another thing I like to do is I like to have sauces, like different sauces, like whether it's a cranberry sauce or it's a gravy or something that I can keep warm so that I can put it on to other food to warm it up. So if it's kind of sitting out, you know, you can just kind of like put a little squirt of some gravy onto some of these meatballs and it will
reconstitute
just,
it.
Yeah.
I liked your social tip though.
What's that?
Which was to make sure that you don't drink too much before the guests arrive.
See, I've already drank too much. I forgot my own tips.
I thought that was valuable. Valuable.
It's true.
You do have to sample things. You have to do quality control. So
yes, you do.
That is important.
You have to sample the cocktails, but you know, to that point, I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite mocktails. Honestly, I am obsessed, and everybody in my household will tell you this. I've been buying every blood orange I can bloody find at the grocery store because
they are delicious.
They are so good, and you know what? They add such like a brightness as well as a rich flavor and color to whatever cocktail it is that you're making. So I've made them mocktails, I've made them in cocktails, but I'm just gonna redirect you right here and whip up another beautiful cocktail. This looks so pretty, by the way. So I'm gonna use these pretty little glasses.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean, we can keep it super simple. I actually have, and you can use plain seltzer if you want, but I have some blood orange seltzer that I was able to find from Polar. And it says right on here that it's guilt-free because there's no sugar and there's no carbs. So you're already winning in the health department. And then you're definitely gonna win, oh, sorry, honey,
no problem,
in the flavor department. See? This is what happens when you drink too much while you're cooking before your guests arrive. So yeah, I would totally recommend doing it up with a little bit of club soda. And then you put the blood orange slices right there in the bottom. And you don't even need to muddle it because what you can do, so you have a couple options here. And I'm gonna make one each way. All right, there we go. So you can either squeeze a little bit of the blood orange right into the glass, just like this. But if it's too citrusy for you, something I also love to put into every bubbly drink, even into champagne, is a little bit of pom juice. Pomegranates are a superfood, as I'm sure you know, and they're really high in antioxidants. So it's a great way to, you know, kind of keep yourself hydrated and keep your heart healthy during the holiday season, which is typically filled with unhealthy foods.
Well, and now we need all the healthful benefits.
It's so true.
We can get.
And if I can I?
Of course you can.
I can steal a little bit of mint.
Our CBD oil?
Yes, in the next cocktail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a little bit of mint right in the top, and then look how pretty that is. All right, you want a healthy cocktail?
Yes, of course.
Non-alcoholic beverage. Cheers, darling.
Oh, that orange smells so good.
It's definitely beginning to look a lot like cocktails here.
And you should always have a non-alcoholic beverage for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice. It's nice to have. So I'm gonna go over and give my meatballs a little turn, and then I'm gonna make a really special cocktail for you.
You can.
Okay, thanks, darling. So I'm making another cocktail. This is not non-alcoholic. This is actual alcohol. And what we're gonna put in here is an alcohol substitute. It's something that I really have come to love so much. It's actually made by this company whose wine I represent called Scout and Cellar. It's all clean crafted wine and alcohol. And this particular brand of alcohol, Wilderness Road, is actually a mixable. So it's a mixable wine. So it's almost like having a tequila or a vodka, but it's a lot more robust. And so I thought it would be really great in a cocktail with some fresh rosemary, because that's just
speaks to the season.
that's just a flavor of the season to me. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Wilderness Road, and it's a lot less alcoholic than if you used a vodka or a tequila. So you can actually have a little bit more. You can mix it with club soda. You can mix it with just ice and some lemon juice. I'm going to put some lemon slices. Can I borrow? Oh,
Yeah, sure.
I'll use my knife. So this has a lot of seeds in it too. Oh, so funny. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of lemon.
There you go. You got to the end. There's no seeds.
I did. I'll give you the one without the seeds.
The seed police.
She is the seed police over here. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of club soda to the top of this. And there's no added sugar to this, even though it is created from a wine blend. I know, I'm so excited to share it with you, because this is something I've really come to enjoy. Isn't that so good? It's so refreshing.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to add the CBD.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing that I've gotten really excited about in the last couple of weeks is we found culinary grade CBD oil. I used to take CBD every night, and it was like choking it back. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take my CBD. It's bright green. This is actually clear. And you can get this on our website as well as the salt. But I just add a couple of drops to a cocktail. You can add it into salad dressing. You can add it into a smoothie. You can add it into your water, in your coffee, in your tea in the morning. And now this is going to be really
Very
effective
nice.
at calming all of the holiday jitters.
Very nice.
No, there's no flavor to it.
No,
It's
not at
amazing.
all. Awesome. So also available on the Healthy Dish TV website.
Yeah, that's
Fabulous.
right. Okay, so getting back to the meatballs, I have to get my tomatoes started. And the tomato,
Do you need to chop anything?
I do need the olive oil, please.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, my dear. So I'm just going to add a little olive oil to this pan, which is already heated up. Just going to move our salt over here. And so I just have a couple of grape tomatoes just chopped up. I have a shallot chopped up and some spicy peppers. And then do you have the rest of that seasoning? And then I'm going to add some of our seasoning, salt, and some herbs into the mix. And then basically what I'm just going to let this do is just pop itself. And I'm going to mash it down, put it into the bottom.
We're big on mashed foods today.
I know. We're mashing peas. Apparently we have a lot of aggression to get out,
Yes.
Vicki. It is the holidays, right?
Can I fill the little cups for you with
Yes,
baba
some
ganoush
baba
or something?
ganoush. Thank you, darling. So we're just going to put a little bit of baba ganoush. And I store-bought baba ganoush. You can make it at home. You can add in whatever your heart desires. But we're trying to keep it simple and stress less. Let's have a stress less holiday this
Yes.
year. It's been too stressful. We need a break from all the stress. All right, and these meatballs are almost ready to go.
You know, feel free to always incorporate store-bought items with your homemade things because, again, whatever's going to get you to eat healthy
Yeah, it's true.
is the way to go.
So I'm just mashing these tomatoes down. And when you mash the peas, you put some of our salt in it, right?
I did. I put salt, pepper, olive
Because
oil.
that helps. I don't know why it does
Yes,
this.
salt will help it break down.
Yeah, it helps it break down.
Conversely, the pink Himalayan sea salt,
Yeah.
you know, when I chop up things and I can't get it to really chop
Yeah.
down, I will take my big knife and add pink sea salt, the pink Himalayan salt, and it will help to chop things.
You know, I used to
really
say
quick
pink Himalayan sea salt, but the Himalayas are
Right, I know it's
mountains.
different. Yeah, I know, I got it. I corrected myself.
Well, the salt that we do have, because we're all about quality, high quality, the sea salt that we have actually comes from the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
And the Himalayan salt comes from the Himalayas. There's only one place where Himalayan salt comes from, and apparently that's where ours comes from.
So,
And it's manufactured in the U.S.
our other cocktail tips are when drinking a cocktail, etiquette always states you are to hold your cocktail in your left hand.
Oh.
So your right hand is free to shake hands. If we're still shaking hands after COVID.
Here, let's try it out. Oh, hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
So lovely
Oh,
to see
hello.
you.
I would like to drink more of your Jolly Fizz.
And then also, as someone who goes to a lot of events, if you are showing up somewhere and you're looking to socialize, the bar is always a good place to start.
Okay.
To go to the bars, you know, if you're like going to somewhere you've not been before, and then always when you are, you know, going to meet people, to try to leave a circle open to invite new guests.
That's a great idea.
So, you know, don't close a circle. Leave a circle open to invite new people into it.
I always hate that when people are talking and, you know,
Right.
they're like,
So, no,
hey, how are you?
Yeah. Don't be that girl.
Yeah, I won't be that girl. So I'm just popping these meatballs right into these little
And then we very
green
cutely
cups.
have.
And we could put fresh parsley on top if you
We
have
sure
any.
can. Of course I do. Of
course you do.
Question.
Are we going to chiffonade it? I love all the terminology. Oh, geez. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now, the tomato sauce is pretty much done. And this is going to be really great on a shrimp. And you can wait till it cools down and you can put it right into the glass. I'm just going to smush it up a little bit more.
Ooh, that's got a little spice in it.
Oh yeah, those peppers.
just went-
That's why I only used half of it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, baby.
Woo!
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. So I marinated some chicken with the hot red peppers one time, and then I made the mistake of cooking it inside the house.
Oh.
We all were dying
Oh, Lord.
because it was so spicy.
Yeah, I've done that to myself too.
Yeah.
I made actually grew a bunch of habanero peppers, and I was trying to dry them out in my oven.
It
And
gets
I
very
left the oven slightly ajar because I thought that was a really smart thing for me to do. And I come downstairs from getting ready to go out. This is many years ago. And my eyes burned so much I thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room to have my eyes flushed
see.
out. Needless to say, I threw out all of those peppers, but I used that pan again a couple years later
Oh, it was
to
still
make
spicy?
cookies. Those are some fiery cookies. They were fiery. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of ladle some of this, and I love using shallots in pretty much everything.
Shallots are good. They're a mild or onion.
Yeah, and they don't make you cry when you're cutting them. They're like the nice boyfriends.
So
that
these
you've
are
always
nice.
wanted.
These are kind of COVID friendly because you can pass them out. They're individual servings if you ever do get to have people over again. And
Or if you're just trying to show up your family via Zoom. like
exactly.
Vicky.
And very simple to make, very festive, very pretty.
And I do like your tip of, you know,
Socializing.
socializing, because I feel like all of us right now,
We forgot how to.
we need a hug. I need a hug.
It's been so long. I forgot how to talk to
has
people. And so this is good portion control too.
And then people can
Because-
just pick up the martini glass and they can
Exactly.
just walk around and dip it and put it underneath their mask.
You can have your manservant pass them about.
Manservant? Where do I get
Eric.
one of those?
Eric.
Oh, I have one. That's right. Oh, someone gets 5 and someone gets 4. I miscounted.
So these are great, you know, I think great ways to start the holiday.
Yes, I'm very excited for the holiday season, especially because I get to hang with you
I know.
and my family, and hopefully we'll all get through it and we'll be brighter and better and happier in the new year.
Absolutely.
Well, cheers to you.
Cheers.
I'm going to drink my Jolly Gin Fizz
Yes.
to the healthy dish.
To the healthy dish.